Jeff Mesnick. I'm here with the Channel Marketing Journal, and I'm excited to be here today with Michelle Chiantera. She is the VP of Global Partner Marketing from Cisco. How you doing today?
Hi, Jeff. Thanks for having me. Really excited to be here.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for spending the time. I know things at Cisco are always going very busy, so I know this is...
That they are.
So the first thing I wanted to ask is you've been watching maybe some of the publication of what we do here, and the goal is to really share some thoughts about how you work in channel marketing and some advice to others. But let's first talk a little bit about what it is that you do on a regular basis and what is your favorite thing about working with partners.
Yeah. I've actually been in a partner marketing capacity for just about 15 years here at
Nice.
Cisco. So clearly, it's something that I'm pretty passionate about. On a day to day basis, it's my team and I's job to help our partners to build out their marketing practice and activate their marketing. That's really the premise of what we do. We also have accountability for partner communications, as well as helping our partners to integrate into Cisco's overall marketing effort. Probably my favorite thing in working with partners is you really do need to approach any conversation from a business point of view. Yes, marketing is in my title, but it's really critical to understand all the different elements of the business and to be able to guide and advise our partners on how to drive growth and be profitable. Marketing absolutely plays a key role in it, but to be a part of helping a partner evolve their business is incredibly rewarding to watch and see. And over the last 15 years, it's been incredibly rewarding to see how all of our partners have progressed.
Oh, that's great. So that's what I hear a lot. A lot of people in your position love helping partners build businesses. It's building, real results.
Absolutely. You know exactly what the outcome is going to look like because you're working hand in hand with them
Right.
to help grow their business. So it is incredibly rewarding.
So in that vein, there's also sometimes potential friction that's caused because you're working with these partners and there's, for them, it can be very emotional. It's their business and you're just trying to. So maybe there's an example of some challenges that you faced that you would like to
Yeah.
share.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I'd probably say that it's the fact that in our industry in IT,
Hmm.
we're not as modern as we should be from a marketing perspective. When I look at the partners that we worked with for over 20 years, if you think about where they started, it was typically an engineer that left Cisco or Nortel or pick your technology
Right.
company and started a reseller, and marketing had not really been in their DNA. And as marketing becomes so much more important
Right.
to a partner's business, it's going to be even more important for them to make that investment. And I will say we're probably not moving as fast as I'd like to see. We absolutely have partners that are investing in modern marketing techniques, but they're definitely not moving as quickly. And I would say that, in fairness, IT in general has been a bit of a laggard around adopting modern marketing techniques. So, what we want to make sure that we do, acknowledging that marketing is not in our partner's DNA, we've got to make sure that we are providing them with training, enablement, and support.
Right.
So when they are ready to make that investment, we want to make sure that Cisco is going to be there with them throughout their entire journey. So in a nutshell, I wish our partners were moving a bit faster from a modern marketing point of view.
Right. I was talking to someone and we kind of had agreed that in some ways there's probably about five, maybe a little bit higher, 5%, maybe a bit higher of the partners that really have available marketing talent that they leverage. And the rest tend to be, not necessarily the rest, but maybe about 80%. And there's some mix over there that, I know it doesn't add up to 100, but that are very focused on their referral business and they want to do marketing, but they just don't have the DNA, as you mentioned, to actually perform it. So
Yeah.
does that kind of match what you're seeing?
Your numbers are, although they don't add up, they are probably right on. We actually, as part of our work toward, because the end goal is to get our partners to be more modern in their marketing.
Right.
As part of the work to get there, one of the things that we did over the last year is we actually indexed our partners. We put them in categories, 4 categories, just to make it simple.
Yeah.
There's partners that are really, really advanced in marketing, and then the other end of the spectrum is they're not making an investment in marketing at all.
Right.
And what we found is just about a little bit shy of 10% of our partners sit at that higher end, investing in marketing, being
Yep.
more modern. And then pretty much the biggest group is the partners that are not.
Yeah.
So we have so much opportunity and upside. And as a result of taking a data driven approach versus just saying all of our partners are not doing sophisticated marketing,
Right.
we now can design journeys for those partners to go on. So partners that are super sophisticated, we might not build in education as part of whatever program or offering we give them. The partners that are not investing in marketing, we might not say, here's money, now go execute marketing. We might say, hey, you want to invest in doing having more digital presence on the web. Here's some training that you can take to understand the best ways to make that investment so you get the highest return, then offer them the money or the program that they could take advantage of. So we're trying to get very specific about where our partners are and design journeys that get them, progress them through that continuum.
See, that's smart because we find most companies divide their partners into technology aptitude as opposed to marketing aptitude. When you have to do both, right? You have to
You're
really.
absolutely right.
So I think that's a great piece of advice for channel marketers is to start looking at their partner ecosystem, not just on the talent that they have, on on the technologies that they're good at and what they sell, but their marketing talents.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So one of the things that we're also been seeing a lot in the industry is, and we're hearing a lot of numbers where I think it was IDG came out and said 30% of the sales of cloud solutions in 2020 will come from a combined ISV MSP partnership program. So, companies out there are really trying to figure this out. How do I help ISVs, MSPs, and my own company's bottom line at the same time make that happen? So do you have some thoughts on how Cisco is doing that you could share?
Absolutely. So if you look at the history of Cisco, our partner ecosystem is about 30 years old.
Yeah.
Over the last 30 years, I would say it's primarily been centered around resale and distribution. And just over the last 5 years, as the industry has drastically evolved, as technology has become so much more relevant to more than just the guy or the gal that's in the IT room, we've had to expand our partner ecosystem to start engaging ISVs. And this allows us, from a Cisco point of view, it opens doors, gets us into new buying centers, allows us to have a dialogue with a line of business because we can bring that ISV into that sales call with our partners and have a conversation around business outcomes versus feeds and speeds.
Yeah.
So this is incredibly important for us. And one of the things that we've acknowledged as part of evolving our partner ecosystem is Cisco needs to play a role in helping to bring our resale partners and our ISVs together. So I'll give you a few practical things that we've done to help make this happen. First, we have a program that's called Meet in the Channel. And this program looks a lot of different ways. It can be something that we bring to an event. I'll give you an example. At our flagship marketing event where we educate our partners, it's called Marketing Velocity. Yep. We actually host an ecosystem exchange. We've got a handful of ISVs that come in, meet with resale partners, and they sit down and they figure out what kind of go-to-market motions can we go execute together to capture whatever opportunity that they've defined. So we're doing that more human to human,
right.
But we've also got digital platforms that allow for our resale partners to see what ISVs we have relationships with so then they can go proactively engage with those partners. The last thing that I'll share is relates to ISVs is this is becoming incredibly more important from a marketing point of view. So when we look at some of the programs and offerings that we deliver our resale partners, let's say we're designing a program around manufacturing, we are
Hmm.
now designing that program together with relevant ISVs that can help these resale partners quickly take content assets to market, whether they're delivering a digital marketing effort, they're hosting an event. So we also want to take it a step further above and beyond creating that connection, but also helping them to execute in a way that saves them time, allows them to scale, and brings us to market together with the ISV.
The MSPs must really appreciate the fact that they're also able to now have a dialogue about business outcomes because they are
Yeah,
connected with the ISVs. And
absolutely.
does your marketing materials start to reflect that as well that you're providing them?
Absolutely, 100%. That's actually one of my big priorities going into our new fiscal year. In fact, it is so important because the numbers tell us partners that are resellers that are engaging or bars that are engaging with ISVs, they're actually more profitable than partners that are not.
Right.
So that is a the primary reason that we want to start delivering content and assets so they can go execute in a scalable way.
That's great. So for our last question, um, we have some people who are following our publication who are new, maybe just took a role in channel marketing, or maybe they're becoming, and their goal is to become the next Michelle. So if you can provide us one piece of advice that you would offer to someone that's going to be taking your role or become you, what would that be?
I get this question a lot. And I'm just going to go back to something that I said, actually, your first question or second
Hmm.
question, maybe. And it was around, what excites me the most about working with partners. And I
Right.
said, to be able to have a business conversation. So, what I would encourage anyone that's interested in going into partner marketing as a function is really spend some time understanding the business, the technology, not just marketing. And that's so important because you are a advisor and a consultant to those partners. And for you to have a seat at the table and make impact on their business, you've got to understand their business. You've
Right.
got to understand the technology and how that technology actually helps them to make money. Not necessarily the all the widgets relative to the technology, but how does a partner become profitable? Where do they get the bulk of their revenue? It's not selling boxes that plug in the wall, it's selling services. So understanding how all that works is really important. And Cisco has a very complex partner ecosystem,
Right.
very complex. So anyone that wants to dive in, you're not going to know it. Most manufacturers have complex ecosystems. You're
Right.
not going to know it in a day, but just having that appetite to learn and understand is incredibly important because you are an advisor. It's a very different function in marketing. You definitely do the practice of marketing, but you're also helping somebody invest in their business.
That's perfect. I love that. I love that idea. You're a business advisor going in and helping them to grow their business. That's perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, look, thank you very much for the time, Michelle. It's been wonderful talking with you, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people who will be very excited to hear what you had to say. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I love talking about this. Obviously, I've been in it for 15 years, so I'm
Yeah.
still as passionate as I was day one. So thank you for the opportunity.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you very much. This is Jeff Mesnick with the Channel Marketing Journal. And again, I was here with Michelle Chiantera, who is the VP of Global Partner Marketing at Cisco. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jeff.